You see, the strangest thing about life is that everyone seems to be running towards something, a goal, a finish line, a promise that lies just beyond the next hill. We call it success. And yet, hardly anyone ever stops to ask, what does that really mean? Most of us were taught, from the moment we could walk, that life is a kind of race. You start school, get good grades, then you move to the next level and the next, until one day you're supposed to arrive. But have you noticed? Nobody really arrives. They simply keep running. From one dream to another, one job to another, one house, one partner, one number in the bank. And somewhere in that endless pursuit, we forget to live. The trap of becoming. You see, my friends, the great mistake of our civilization is that we confuse means with ends. We study to get good grades. We get good grades to get a job. We get a job to earn money. We earn money to be happy. And then one day, we realize we have spent our lives preparing to live, but never actually living. That's the great irony of success. Because the more you chase it, the further it runs. Just like trying to grab water, the tighter you hold, the faster it slips through your fingers. The art of being present. Success, as we usually define it, is built upon anxiety. It's rooted in the idea that who I am right now is not enough. So we build towers of ambition to escape the fear of being ordinary. But I tell you, there is nothing ordinary about existence itself. The sound of the wind, the smile of a stranger, the quiet hum of the city at 2 a.m. These are miracles, if only you'd stop running long enough to notice. Real success begins when you stop chasing life and start experiencing it. You are not a machine. We have turned human beings into production units. We measure our worth by how much we produce, how fast we grow, how many followers we have, how often our phones light up. But you, my dear listener, are not a machine. You are a mystery, a wave of consciousness dancing for a brief moment in time. And the universe did not bring you here to become successful. It brought you here to be alive, to laugh, to love, to taste the sweetness of rain, to feel both joy and heartbreak, and realize that both are sacred. The problem with the future. Now, let's talk about this illusion of the future, because that's where most people live, in their minds. They say, I'll be happy when, I'll rest when, I'll start living after. But tomorrow never really comes. When you finally reach it, it's still today. So the secret, and I hope you listen closely, is not to arrive somewhere, but to be somewhere, to be here, the only place life truly happens. The dance of life. When you play music, you don't play to get to the end of the song. If that were the purpose, the best musicians would play the fastest. No, you play for the joy of playing. The purpose of dancing is not to reach the final pose, it's to dance. And life, my friends, is the same. It's a dance, not a march. But we've turned it into a competition. We've made it serious, full of targets and deadlines, as if the whole point were to reach some distant goal. No wonder so many people feel empty. They've forgotten how to dance. Redefining success. So what is success? To me, success is not the size of your house, but the size of your heart. Not how many people know your name, but how deeply you know yourself. It's not about winning against others, but awakening within yourself. Success is when your soul smiles quietly, even when nobody's watching. It's when you can sit under a tree, feel the breeze on your face, and whisper, "Yes, this moment is enough." The illusion of control. You see, one of the funniest things about life is that we think we can control it. We plan, we calculate, we predict, and then the universe laughs. Because life is spontaneous. It unfolds on its own. The tree does not struggle to grow. The flower does not hurry to bloom. The river does not push itself forward. And yet, everything happens perfectly. If only you could trust that same intelligence within you, you'd see there's no need to force success. You are part of a vast, intelligent flow. Relax into it. The paradox of letting go. Now here's the paradox. When you stop trying so hard to be successful, you actually become more successful. Because success, in its truest form, is a byproduct of authenticity. When you do what you love, not for reward, but because your heart sings while doing it, success follows you like a shadow. But when you do something only to achieve, it becomes hollow. So the key is not in chasing, but in being real. Being you. That, my friend, is where your true power lies. The courage to be you. In a world that constantly tells you to be more, to have more, to prove more, it takes tremendous courage just to be yourself. But remember, no flower ever tries to become another. No tree compares its branches. Everything in nature simply is. And that's why it's perfect. So stop apologizing for who you are. Stop measuring your worth by someone else's yardstick. You don't need to climb anyone's mountain. You only need to bloom where you are. On comparison. We live in the age of comparison. Social media has made it an art form. Everyone's life looks better, richer, happier, shinier than yours. But that's not truth. That's theater. You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. So stop it. You are walking your own sacred path, and no two journeys are ever the same. The day you realize that, a deep peace begins to rise within you, a peace that no success or failure can touch. The flow of life. There is a natural rhythm to existence. When you're in tune with it, things unfold effortlessly. When you fight it, you suffer. It's like swimming upstream. You tire yourself out and wonder why life feels so hard. So the secret is not to fight the current, but to flow with it. Listen to your intuition. Trust your timing. Be patient. Life has been evolving for billions of years. It doesn't need your constant interference. Relax. Let it carry you. Death and meaning. Now some of you may ask, if I stop striving, if I stop chasing, won't I waste my life? But that's the beautiful irony. Because life is not measured by what you accumulate, but how deeply you feel it. And someday, when you lie quietly in your bed, with your last breath approaching, you won't think about how much money you made, or how many people admired you. You'll think about the little moments, the laughter you shared, the sunsets you watched, the people you loved and forgave. That's what success really means. To live fully, and to leave nothing unlived. The game of life. Life is like a game of hide and seek. You as consciousness hide yourself in this form, this body, this personality, just to rediscover yourself again. And when you realize that, you stop taking everything so seriously. You stop treating life like a problem to be solved and begin to experience it as a play to be enjoyed. The trick is not to win, it's to play beautifully. The final word. You are already it. So, my dear listener, after all these words, let me tell you the simplest truth of all. You are already what you're looking for.